Well, you haven't been living under a rock. You know the eclipse is on the way for Monday. A little weather briefing here as to what to expect over the weekend for the festivities, and most importantly on the day of the eclipse. Take a look at high temperatures. This is for Sunday, but maybe only a couple of degrees variance off of these for most places. It's going to be quite warm out there, 80s, low 90s in the lower elevations to the east of the divide, and mainly 70s to the west of the divide and lower elevations. Obviously cooler as you head up into the mountains. And take a look at the day of the eclipse. Temperatures cooling about 3 to 4 degrees, but still quite warm and comfortable across most of the area. Again, 80s east of the divide, 70s to the west, and take about 10 to 15 degrees off that if you're heading up into the mountains. So the sunrise looks mainly dry, warm to hot pretty much all the way through eclipse day. Could be some isolated thunderstorms across the western mountains. That'll be Sunday afternoon and evening, but most places won't see any. But if you're heading up in the mountains in the afternoon, just keep an eye at the sky in case something happens. And most importantly, what do you think about the sky cover? Well, take a look at a couple of models here. This is the GFS. This is for lower and mid levels, basically from about, say, 1 mile up to about 3 miles above the atmosphere. You can see anything over 70% means there could be some good deal of cloud cover around. Nothing higher than 60 here, so low-level clouds don't look to be an issue. Another model we look at, the European, that's even drier, so that shouldn't be a huge issue. Now taking a look at the high-level moisture, though, could be a different story. Now take a look at that pink area there. That's anywhere from 80 to 90%, maybe close to saturation. That indicates it could be maybe a mid to high-level deck around the time of the eclipse, especially around the Riverton area, and maybe over toward Casper as well. It could preclude the eclipse. Now before you start going, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to see the eclipse, here's the European model. It's a lot drier there. You see the wetter area is actually further to the east as you head out toward the eastern part of the state. So if you're staying around this area, this is the model you want to verify. Now as far as some other areas, other models I should say that we look at, one was a little more pessimistic, a couple others actually have it fairly sunny, so still some uncertainty there. I'm leaning toward maybe a positive forecast, so we take a look at the official sky cover. You see the percentage of sky cover there. Pretty much anywhere along the eclipse path, about 30 to 40%, 40 to 50 up in the mountains. So good chance of seeing at least some of the eclipse, but make sure you keep checking the weather. And we'll have a much better idea as we head toward the Sunday evening time frame to really nail down the details a little bit more. And if you want that weather information, again, anywhere along the path of totality, Jackson, Du Bois, through Riverton, Casper, weather.gov/RIW, heading further east out toward Douglas, out toward Guernsey, into the panhandle of Nebraska, weather.gov/CYS, any further east in Nebraska than that, you want to go to North Platte. And the National Weather Service Central Region Eclipse page, a very good resource. I'm not going to read that whole thing off, I'll just leave it up there for a few minutes. Path along any part of the totality, pretty much all the way from Oregon all the way down to South Carolina. And a little bit of a plug for the office. If you can't get out and see the eclipse, we will be live tweeting the eclipse, weather permitting, of course. So follow along with us, I should say, at NWS Riverton. Enjoy the eclipse, everybody. Have a good weekend.